it's Lynn from LynnieCDesigns. Thank you for joining me today. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK, and I'm just coming on to share a very quick card with you today. I'm going to use the Stamparatus and Positive Thoughts. So this was my sort of first prototype. This is Coastal Cabana and Pretty Peacock, but for this one I am using Smoky Slate and Blackberry Bliss. So the Stamparatus is a great stamp positioner, and I have created my own little template here so that I can create wreaths. So all of the details will be on my blog, and there'll be a link in the description box. The card base is a standard half sheet of A4, and it is scored down the middle to create a side folding card. I've got a piece of Smoky Slate, which is 9 centimeters by 14.8, and then I've got a square of Blackberry Bliss and a square of Whisper White. Now the Whisper White is 8.5 by 8.5 centimeters, and this layer is slightly bigger because I wanted to have a very narrow margin around the side. So this is 8.9 squared. So I'll quickly show you how I do my wreaths. So I'm using the feather from the Positive Thoughts. I've got that mounted on that, and you see how easy these are to insert in here. I will put a link sort of up here so that you can see some other cards that I've made with the template. The Stamparatus does come with a couple of really strong magnets, but this is a very simple wreath, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'm just going to make sure that my template is pushed right through to the end. And this is actually just some grid paper that I drew on my template, and then I laminated it, so it's very easy to use and it wipes clean, which is perfect. So I'm going to use Smoky Slate, stamp down, because this is just such a simple card, quite quick to put together, and it's only just going to be that one feather, so I'll just keep turning it round. Probably could speed up this section. Now you could build a wreath up by, I think this would work if you had lots of little tiny images, and you could build this up, but this is, I'm just showing you how this works. And because these plates actually come off, you can pull them out like that. You can do various techniques with it. There's hinge step stamping, but it also means that you've got 4 different stamp surfaces, and that's really great for if you're doing a lot of repeat stamping. Then this is a really great way of very quickly making a lovely template. Now I've got the sentiment up on this side. I'm going to use Blackberry Bliss for that, which is a really lovely rich burgundy. I'm just going to click that shut. You have to make sure that you click shut the new style stamp sets. Pop that down there, and that is lovely, I think. So let's take that away. We'll clean that off a little bit later. So as I said, this card is very simple. Now what I'm going to do is just bring in an old bit of grid paper, and I'm going to do some stamping on here to create a bit of a background. I'm using the same ink, Smoky Slate, and I'm going to use the flower from the same set. And I'm going to try and do it in a sort of random fashion. I don't do random very well though. And I'm just twisting it as I go. Come in off the edges. I think I'll do that one there. Come in there. Yep, that'll do for me. And as I said, when I thought about doing this, what have I done with my little trimmer? I've got a little trimmer here, and I'm going to just take off I'm going to trim that down to 7. Take that down there, and then I'm going to, with my card base, I've just spotted, I've got a little bit of ink in there, so I'm going to turn that over and have that on the outside, because that will be covered up by that panel there. And I'm just going to take off a slither. I'm not worrying about it being too precise, but you can, I think you can see where I'm going with this. If I add that in there and then add that on there, it's just a bit of a different way of having a stamped panel on the front. I'm just going to reinforce that. Oh, have I got an empty one here? Yep, there's still enough. Still enough. Little bit of wiggle room. Yes, I want to have that. This, you can see that that panel is hanging over, just to cut it a little bit too long. So I'm going to come in. You could do this with a pair of scissors. I'm just going to come in, cut that off with my little trimmer. And I'm going to pop those up with some dimensionals. Now I've only got some mini dimensionals here, but they will do the job. I guess this colour scheme would be quite nice with, I just like the grey and the deep purple together. So let me try and get that even. Lovely, that just gives it a little bit of depth there. I'm hanging that over the edge. Luckily I didn't put glue right the way across. Let's see, that's straight there, and then we shall use some basic gems. These are rhinestones. And pop a little one there. I always do 3 or odd numbers. So there we go. Did that. I didn't. When I did this one, I had I used this little stamp on the inside, but I thought I would do that for this one. So thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye for now.